YouTube, what's up? JP here, wife Whitney. So we're back to work on the Franken-Yoda. We have a surprise for you guys. So we were able to track down and find a first gen MK1 Supra to steal the rear end out of. So we're gonna have a 7.5 inch rear end, already has disc brakes, which will allow us to run an LSD. So we found the car way up in Northern California. The roof was caved in, the interior was pretty bad. So what we're gonna do, it still has the engine and transmission in it. We're gonna yank this rear end out, take that rear end, put it in here, and then throw this rear end in there and probably sell off the car. Somebody that wants the motor or something, because the car really, I wouldn't rebuild it, but that's just me personally. So anyways, today we also got Techno Tuning's 4-link kit for the Celica plus a pan hard bar. So kind of take you guys around there, show you what we're going to be doing. So we're going to go ahead and remove the pan hard bar. We got Techno Tuning for that, and then the 4 links, this here and the little bars up here. So we're going to go ahead and start this video for you guys. Alright, so a little issue we ran into is the sleeve in the bushings are rusted to the bolts. So if I try to pound these old bolts out, it's flaring everything out. You see here, because there's the sleeve. So what we're going to end up probably doing is grinding the sleeve off and the bolt off from the inside, because we don't want to damage this too much. So, and then these are stuck as well. The upper control arms came out, so that's good, but alright you guys, so one thing, get your brake line off, just a 10mm line wrench, and then there's just a little clip you grab with pliers, pull straight down, and then you can pull this out. Then your emergency brake cable is pretty easy. On the front side here, you're just gonna push this spring back with a pair of, I like to use wire cutters because they're kind of sharp, so push it back and then pinch it, which will give you a bare wire, and you can just unhook it from there once the wires bare. So you just push that spring back. And then with a flat screwdriver, you just want to go in, there's 3 detents on the cable itself. 1, 2, 3. You kind of just push those detents in while pulling outwards on the cable from the back side of the drum, and then the cables will come out. All right, so we ended up having to cut. We ended up having to cut the bolts out, but as you can see here, it looks good. Nothing's damaged. A little bit of grind mark here, but it's not going to weaken the structure at all. It's very minimal. We're going to leave the springs in for now so this thing doesn't collapse on itself. Future videos, future ideas is I've seen guys change the housing in here to fit a coilover, and that's what we want to do. But we want to make sure we reinforce it like this is, so we'll probably move this wall back, and then if we can take the spring out, maybe move this wall forward to give us enough room for that coilover spring to get rid of the standard coil springs. Here is the T3 Techno Toy Tunings install kit for the 4-link adjustable rear end plus pan hard bar. So it came with all new bolts, which we needed because we had to cut some, so that's awesome. So we're gonna hang these. We're gonna have to do the math on the difference in width from the Supra axle and the Celica axle. Once we have them both out, we can take some measurements and then adjust these to keep our center geometry for our alignment and everything the same. So
good.
there you guys go. So, which is perfect because all the bolts we had to cut came with all new bolts except for the top, and we didn't have to cut the top. So that actually helped us out tremendously, having new bolts. So hopefully the Supras come out just as easy. Alright, we're gonna set this bad boy back up in there, and we'll probably throw this back in the old MK1 Supra later off camera, because you guys don't need to see that, because that's going to whoever wants to buy it or the scrapyard. So.
Song I want to put on it.
And you guys go. Everything's just kind of in there loosely. Nothing's tightened down because we got to make adjustments. But this axle is going to come back out once we get the limited slip differential and new axles. And like I said, we're going to switch over to coilover. So I'm not going to clean anything up yet. But that, you guys, is a MK1 Supra rear end install in a first gen Celica RA 2829. Thanks for watching.